That's ah, my goodness, I was getting too much into the Marry Me by Train here at Galaxy that, well, you know, sometimes you forget to press the button, don't you? Yeah, I was being reminding, switch over from Studio B, and that was the important one. Everybody that's joining us live right now, glad to have you guys along, and, well, let's do this here, live, is Taylor-Rae. We're going to get into a little stormy waters. A little bit of feedback on the mic. So how are you feeling?
Good.
Nice, nice. Let me tell you, Taylor, it's really not easy to get an interview with us. Believe me, Barbara gets about 30 to 50 bands a day.
Oh, really?
Wanting to do the promotions, wanting to do the interviews, everything that's involved with it. And, look, I don't know how she does it, to be honest. And she whittles it down, literally, and goes into production. Production and her, they sort of sort it out, you know, blood, feathers, everything's flying.
Yeah.
They sort it all out. So that we can manage something within a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that goes to a board, and the board have got to approve it. Now the board only really, they have our image in mind all the time, so it's got to be of a certain calibre.
Yeah.
Then it comes to me, and I know nothing, literally. And believe me, you know, in life I know nothing, really, but... but I get it on a kind of a USB thing that I convert over into my car, in my stereo, in my car. Then I go driving, and I decide, for two reasons, nobody else can influence me if I want to do the interview. Second reason is, nobody else wants to drive with me, really. You know. So, having said all of that process, here we are. So please, I've got to say thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us.
No, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's awesome.
Brilliant. So, let's go live to the desk. Let's have some fun.
Sounds good.
Gotta find the right bit. There it is.
Sunshine.
Sunshiny. Yeah, great stuff.
There's no time to breathe. I need to go into the deep unknown. I wish I knew how this would end. Now I'm stuck trying to pretend that I won't drown. Tell me why this follow me around.
Oh boy, I don't know that Taylor-Rae's ready for this. Believe me, this is going to be a lot of fun. And coming straight out of Vancouver, British Columbia, of course, and Canada, live is Taylor-Rae. Good morning, good afternoon. I see, you know, as soon as you hook up with us, sun comes out.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting in the wrong spot. It's right, aiming right in right now.
No, believe me, enjoy a bit of vitamin C.
Yeah,
and all
take
that.
it in, right?
Yeah, absorb. We sent it over there especially for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the sun, I mean, it's had a hard time breaking through all day, and the second I go online with you guys. So.
Yeah, and I had a word with Mother Nature earlier on, and she says, don't worry about it, Grant. She'll be fine. She will be fine.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Now, let's talk about Taylor-Rae. Now, Taylor-Rae, believe me, as soon as I heard your music, I became an instant fan. I really did. Now, Taylor, how long have you been an artist? How long have you been singing? How long have you been writing?
I grew up performing with my dad, just kind of singing around the house and karaokeing and all that. And then kind of around 14, 15, he was like, you're not too bad if you want to pursue this. so then I started performing a little bit more, and I moved out for university around 18 and moved to Vancouver, actually. And so they handed me a guitar, and they're like, you better start writing. So, and I mean, I'd really only written really terrible songs throughout high school, so I kind of worked on it for a long time, like once I got the guitar and tried to figure out how to use it, and kind of ever since then I've just been pursuing it, really.
Now, I want to talk to you about your band as well. Believe me, I found this rather quirky. You got Cody Fox, Ryan Brown, Blue Morris, James Zilke, is that right? Zilke. Okay, now,
Yeah.
as soon as I got to Fox and Brown, I was waiting for a quick.
Yeah.
A quick brown but tell me a little bit about these guys. How did you meet the Backstreet Brothers?
It was kind of just like one connection to the next. I started to play gigs, and I just found, when I'm hiring a band, it didn't feel the same. I felt like a separate entity almost. And so I met Cody through a friend, and then he knew Ryan, who knew Blue, and then they knew James as well, and we all just randomly came together, and it's been really fun. It's really cool to just be able to have a constant band and hang out and kind of just have a camaraderie.
Isn't it weird how that happens sometimes, though?
Oh, it was honestly so unexpected. And I had briefly, all of my friends and I were out for beers, and I was talking to Cody. I was like, honestly, I would just love to put together a band. And then from there, it just kind of spiraled, and yeah, it was awesome.
Now, at the same time, being in Vancouver right now, and I know Vancouver very, very well, you actually, you were born in Edmonton, is that right?
I was, yeah.
Nice. To the big smoke now, literally. Now, we kicked off the show with Stormy Waters. Now, tell me a little bit about that. I love the lyrics in it. Where did they come from?
Yeah, Stormy Waters is kind of funny, I guess. I think, growing up, you run into friends and stuff like that where you're like, okay, we had such a good friendship. Is it worth pursuing anything else? And Stormy Waters is basically the storyline of like, okay, if you start it, what's going to happen? Not worth it,
I get it. I really, really do. So,
yeah.
That leads us to something right. If you've had Stormy Waters, surely something went right. Tell me about something right.
Yeah, so, I spent a lot of time being single. So I wrote a lot of, funny single songs and stuff, but this song, it's kind of a love song, but it was based off of my family. Just because, my sister and I are really close, and she plays women's hockey. And so she wants to go to the Olympics and all that. And so we both kind of have these career paths that you don't just go to school for, when it happens. It's kind of uncertain. So it's kind of just talking about how lucky we are to have each other, and that will kind of be there for everything.
Well, I get that as well. And literally the last time I had anything to do with Canadian hockey, Wayne Gretzky was still playing back in the day, actually.
A little while back.
yeah, just a little bit. I think she got to me, actually. So, right here at Galaxy, and, well, I think it's something right time. It really, really is. Here, live with Taylor-Rae, is Something Right.
Hey, Rod Black.
Oh, Rod's joined us. Hello, buddy. How are you? Nice to have you along, my friend. Oh, hit that. Do you know Rod Black?
What's that?
Do you know Rod Black?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on me right now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he is.
That guy Kyle Hensby too.
Kyle Hensby's joined us. I tell you what, I want to give a shout
All the
out to
BC boys.
Cheryl as well in this next bit.
Yeah.
But we do have a fan question, and it's basically how we can get hold of you, if you know what I
That's
mean.
all right.
Yeah.
What did you think I was going to... No, I'm not going to... There's a fan in Cairns, Australia,
Yes.
and he wanted to know what your marital status was.
My marital status. You know.
Yeah,
not
well,
married.
I told him he had to come with a brewery and a boat to start with.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm too young, you know.
Of course you are. You've got your whole career ahead of you.
Exactly.
To which I want to talk to you about, and I'm, you know, as a fan, and I want to know, I want to follow your career, literally. Now, having said that, have you signed to any labels yet?
I haven't. No.
Right. If I gave you somebody who would be interested in your work, but he's in the UK, would you be interested in at least talking to him?
Definitely. I mean, I'm kind of open to
Okay.
anything in connection, right? So,
Okay,
for sure.
well, I'll get Barbara to introduce you to Dr. John out of Dr. John's surgery in the UK. He comes out of Devon, but he does some huge shows over there, and
Oh, no way.
would probably be very, very interested. I was talking to him this morning. He says he's going to split his label, one specifically for country, and he wants some
Yeah.
artists. So would you mind if I forward your information to him?
No, not at all. Yeah, for
Awesome,
sure.
awesome. And we might even get her into Jacksonville television as well. What do you reckon? Yes. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. Oh. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 21 after 11 o'clock, 16 degrees. The weatherman says 17 degrees. I'm kind of worried because my prediction was 20, and normally I'm right. Barbara's was 20 plus, she had to tip me, but it's struggling right now at 11 o'clock, you know, 11:30 in the morning. I'm kind of, yeah, but hold on, there's still plenty of day to go. So we'll see what happens around about 2 o'clock. Friday, coming into the weekend, I'm elated, absolutely honoured to be joined by Taylor-Rae, coming out of Vancouver right now. And Taylor, I got to ask you, literally, a good friend of mine has now chirped in and wanted to know how we get hold of you. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
Yeah. I do respond. You can find everything at Taylor-Rae Official on pretty much everything, including my website. I've recently started TikToking as well.
Oh,
So
you might need some cream for that one.
that was a good one.
Yeah, believe me, people go around TikToking these days. That's as bad as tweeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it gets a better reputation than Donald Trump using it.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, well, you know, look what he does to tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's special.
Doesn't give it a good reputation, really. You know, you got Donald Trump using your tweeting stuff. Yeah, nah. We won't bother. We'll go to Facebook. Thank you very much. Dear. But I've got to admire your Prime Minister right now. He's got a good stance on this thing, this COVID virus thing, and, well, hopefully everything's coming right. Now, we went down to level 1 the other day. I'm kind of hoping that Canada's coming right as well. Have you heard anything over that way?
Yeah, I think BC and Alberta are doing pretty well. I think the bigger provinces, Ontario, Quebec, I want to say they're still pretty high up there, but I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But things are definitely getting busier. When it first happened, because I live right downtown, and so when it first happened, it was like a ghost town. It was really eerie.
Yeah, believe me, I know what you mean about Erie. I was actually in our biggest city at the time as well, and walking down what would normally be absolutely chaos. You know, you were lucky to find a half a dozen cars on the road, if you know what I mean. So it just did not feel like a natural place to be. And I'm glad I'm back home, actually. I really, really am. Now, I want to talk to you about your debut album, Backstreet Driver. Now, who was the damn Backstreet Driver?
Well, my band, they're called, like, when we play live, we're Taylor-Rae and the Backseat Drivers. And I had actually just kind of met them, and that was probably the first couple years of us actually playing together. And they helped me kind of bring my own original music to life a bit. And they really, like, very realistically drove the whole project. So I thought it was fitting to name the album after the band.
That sounds like a mistake to me.
Yeah.
Good segue. Tell me, Taylor, all about Mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say there was some deep storyline, but I mean, you go to the bar, see somebody on the street, and you're like, oh my gosh, they look really good, but you know they're probably trouble. So, Mistake is pretty much just about going for that person that you know it's going to end really terribly.
I admire that. I really do. You know it's going to be bad, but, well, you know, the crash, you'll survive it. Don't worry. Let's get on with it. Let's do it anyway.
Yeah. You can't always use, yeah.
Exactly. Believe me, I've had that mantra all my life. I really, really have.
How's that working for you?
I've been a mistake literally all my life, so don't worry. I really have. You don't have, I got to be honest with you, you don't have to be nuts to work here, but it helps. It helps, it does. You're right here at Galaxy107fm, and for everybody that's joining us live right now, thank you for joining Taylor-Rae and myself live, and here is Mistake. Remember Darth Vader?
Pardon?
Do
I remember Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's that big dude with the black helmet and in Star Wars. Yeah. Do you remember that lightsaber thing he's got? Yeah? That's like that thing.
Oh, selfie stick?
But barbarism, wow, it's dangerous. It's a hard hat area. She waves that around like Darth Vader does. My God, you got to move quick. Now, Taylor, you'll get a copy of everything we do today, and whatever Barbara's doing on Facebook Live, we'll transpose it over into YouTube so that we can give you a copy of that. You'll get some photos, some backstage photos that nobody else would ever see. From my production manager.
Everybody wave.
Okay, everybody wave. Hey. And you'll get all of those. Now, most people put the photos on their wallpapers on their phones to show their friends, you know, it's Kiwis. Not healthy. Don't do it. If they ask, ignore them. You know what I mean? And we'll give you a couple of versions of today's interview as well. Barbara will make a movie out of one, put photos and all that sort of stuff. It's really,
Yeah, I'll
really
put
cool.
you in the movie.
It really is.
Okay,
You'll be
awesome.
a superstar.
Put me in the movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to be. Let's go back to the desk.
Yeah.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy107fm, 28 after 11 o'clock. It is 16 degrees downtown, heading for a high today, 17 degrees. So the weatherman says, kind of scared that he's actually going to win for once, which is weird. It really, really is. He says intermittent cloud. I said it's going to be a blinder, literally 20 degrees. Well, maybe questioning myself right now, but I'm going to stay solid. I'm really going to stay hard on that one. Friday, coming into the weekend, June the 12th, and absolutely elated to be joined live by Taylor-Rae coming out of Vancouver, British Columbia. And Taylor, I don't know whether you got a stiff drink with you, but you may need one by the end of this interview.
What's that?
I don't know whether you've got a stiff drink with you, but you might need one by the end of this.
I thought about it. With all this quarantine stuff, it's hard to turn down a happy hour.
Yeah, exactly. You know, well, you know, those people in the Appalachians, they say it's now hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you use alcohol to sanitize your hands.
Yeah, of course. Well, you know, you've got to administer that from the inside out, though, apparently.
That's what I hear from the States, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, those guys down in the Appalachians, they know what they're doing, don't they? I hope.
I'm sure.
Hey, listen, it's far better than injecting yourself with disinfectant. Let's put it that way. What were you thinking? Oh my God, who would do that? Oh, Donald Trump would have recommended, though. Having said that, yeah, look, I don't mind picking on Donald. I really don't. I don't. What's that thing on his head? What do they call that thing? What do they feed it? Have you ever
The toupee?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, to be confirmed. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
No, we don't.
yeah, okay. Let's call it a 3-pay and give them credit for one. Yeah. I'm just wondering if it has its own room at the White House.
It's possible.
It could. Yeah, they might have a little house within a house within a house to be able to. Yeah. He would be like that, wouldn't he? He really would. Having said that, my good friend, and I'm sorry, you know, now that you've done an interview with us, you're part of the Galaxy family. You're going to have to put up with me forever and a day. So let's get it underway. Now, Taylor-Rae, have you ever considered maybe coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences?
I mean, I would love to. I am itching to tour right now because we're not really doing much. So I'm ready to go wherever.
I love that. I really, really do. And at the same time, I better give a big shout out to Cheryl Schofield, who put us in touch, and I really, really appreciate that, Cheryl. Really, really do. Love, love, love Taylor-Rae. And we feel that it would be a great idea to be at least able to get you down here, down to the Antipodes, playing maybe in front of 4 or 5 shows here in New Zealand. Maybe about 6 to 8 shows in Australia, which would now make it profitable. And now I'm saying Australia
Yeah.
simply because we love their money.
Yeah.
We have the fun here, we go and earn the money over there. What do you reckon?
Well, yeah. I mean, you keep me in the loop. I'm ready.
Awesome, awesome. Now, hold on though. As I said, you know, you don't have to be like nuts to work here. Well, you know, us Kiwis, we're kind of crazy anyway. We kind of like to do things that make the old ticker get going in the morning, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mine literally sometimes is just having a look in the mirror in the morning. That does enough, you know what I mean? But
That does the trick.
yeah, woo, that shocks things into. I start work most mornings about midnight, you see. So believe me, I need something that really wakes you up really quickly.
He's not.
Coming out of a cold shower really does it too. It does. But Taylor, as I said, we're a little crazy here, so we have a few challenges that we get our bands and our visiting artists to participate in
Okay.
when they're on our shores. Are you up for a challenge?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo drum?
No.
Okay. Let me tell you. You're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
With the what, sorry?
With a caterpillar.
No.
You don't know what a caterpillar
The
is?
ivy?
Yeah, a caterpillar.
Like the bug?
Yes, a little bug called
Oh, I know. I thought you were talking about. I thought that was another challenge. I was like, I have no idea.
Not yet.
I know what a caterpillar is.
Okay,
Yes.
you know, believe me, that's not the challenge, darling. We're just refreshing your memory. What a caterpillar is. Well, a hoo-hoo drum is like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big. You know, if you're going to put it next to the caterpillar, it's huge. It's white. It's got a black hair.
Okay.
When you put the live body in your mouth and you crunch down on this, remove the head first because, believe me, that tastes yucky. But when you do bite into this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. And you're familiar with the white worm thing in the bottle of tequila, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, I've never had it. I've never had the white worm, but yeah.
Yeah, come on. I've had plenty of women say that before. but you are familiar with it. Well, I tell you what, we'll juice you up before we do this. We'll give you you got to wonder about the guy that's going to hand you a bowl of these white wiggly things and expect you put it in your mouth. You know what I mean? And we'll juice you up after it because, believe me, you're going to want to wash your mouth out afterwards. But it does taste like creamy peanut butter. I will make sure Barbara sends you the instructional video, all right, or videos.
Okay.
Just to show you, I'm not actually pulling your leg. We actually do this here in New Zealand. In a little place called Hokitika, where they have wild foods festivals down there on the west coast of the South Island. Now, I want you to picture this. We're basically 3 islands, a little tiny island down the bottom of the south called Stewart Island. Then us Kiwis ran out of names, so we called it South and North. I mean, original, right? We could have come up with something like Andrew or Gordon or Bob or anything, but no, South and North Island. Well, we here at Galaxy, we're in the North Island. It's warm, it's hot. Even for this time of the year, it's exceptionally strange, 16, 17 degrees. Normally it's about 9 degrees this time of the year. So it is out of season, actually. But we're also the first country and the first to see the light of day, the new day, every day. And that makes us ahead of you as far as time zones go. We're Friday. You're still Thursday, aren't you?
We're still Thursday, yeah?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll get Barbara to send you over the lotto draw this weekend. And, well, if you win, we go halves. What do you reckon?
On the caterpillar thing?
Yeah, no, well, okay, we passed the caterpillar thing, but okay, let's go back to the caterpillar thing. Hokitika, where they have the wild foods, believe me, in that place you can, well, they deep fry stuff they shouldn't really deep fry, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see kids at fairgrounds going around with candy floss and stuff like that, you know, hot dogs on a stick. Well, down there, you might be lucky, and you'd need a double glance at this and seeing kids chomping away on deep fried locust or something.
Oh. I'm not that adventurous. Like, I don't even really ketchup or anything. So that would be really out of the box.
Okay, well, believe me, as I said, you know, we like things that give you a little bit of a start every day. Now, have you ever heard of Queenstown?
No.
Okay, well, Queenstown, basically down the bottom-ish of the South Island, a little boutique town. Now, It's trying to be a city, but it likes to be a little boutique town as well. And all the A-listers from around the world go there to go and hide from their friends and take their mates. You know what I mean? You go and you take a dozen of your mates there with you, get on the juices, have a lot of fun, go chasing the buses, whatever. You know.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, Shania Twain owns property down there.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago. Keanu Reeves was there. Tom Cruise was down there not so long ago as well. You never know who you might bump into, and believe me, if you bump into me down there, I'll throw you off a bridge.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
It's a nice, like, welcome to Queenstown.
Yeah, kind of. You know, we have a thing down there called bungee jumping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep, we'll send you the videos. Don't you worry, we will.
You know what? I used to want to bungee jump so bad, and now I don't know. I don't know if I'm smarter now or just more cautious.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I'm very on the fence with the bungee jumping thing.
Look, let me rest your mind. You're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee.
So it's fine.
You'll be fine. Look, if you want to do a tandem, I'll go with you. I've done it many times. I know. I know AJ Hackett personally. He's a good friend of mine who actually brought this sport to New Zealand. So believe me, you're in good hands. You really, really are.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Well, I watched it when I was younger. I pretty much just remember, like, Gollum. That's the one part that really stood out to me.
Oh, my precious. I love it, yeah.
But wasn't it filmed in New Zealand?
About an hour and a half drive away from where we are in this office right now is the original set. And while you're here, we'll take you and show you, remind you of what a wealthy, exuberant movie this was. It was vibrant. It really was. It was great. And Sir Peter Jackson, now better get the Sir in there, went to university with the guy, actually. I've got to be honest with you.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I know him well. I really, really do. So we'll take you and, well, you know, we might get kicked out. That's the whole deal. You know, it's one of those places where I'm bound to get into trouble somehow. So every time. It seems like every time. It really does. So I'm warning you, when you come to New Zealand, bring some bail money, just in case.
Sounds good. I'm on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So at the same time, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
No.
Aha! This is fun. Really, really fun.
I feel like you're catching me on all these things. I have no idea.
Well, this is what we're like here. I told you we're crazy, right? Yeah, believe me, I'm proving it, right? I am. Literally, a Zorb is a big round clear ball and lots of alcohol before it. If you can do it during, I recommend it, or afterwards as well, literally. And what we do is we put you in this ball, we roll you down the hill, and, well, we put some people in front of you to run away from you. The reason is, when you're drunk enough, when you roll over top of them, the looks on their faces is priceless, really. It is. A lot of fun. And believe me, it doesn't matter about juices inside the ball. There might be a few more when you get out of the thing. Don't worry, we have a hose. You'll be right.
Perfect.
Yeah. We'll take care of you.
Thank you.
But in a native New Zealand town city called Rotorua here in New Zealand, just about an hour's drive from where we are right now, and believe me, it is native, it's Maori, it's a touristy place, and we'll take you to places like Hell's Gate, for instance. Now, you may be familiar with the Yellowstone National Park in the States, right, where all the bubblies and the geysers and stuff like that are.
I think so, yeah.
Rotorua has an abundance of that sort of stuff, believe me. It's everywhere. Problem with Rotorua is, well, it's salt for its smell. You know what I mean? It's got a bit of a nose to it, but we make up for that by doing really, really seriously crazy stuff there at the same time. So you don't notice it after a while. You know, enough alcohol will take care of that. No worries.
It's all good. Do you guys have to drive through liquor stores there?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I always thought those were really cool. I'm like, you don't even have to get out of your car.
Yeah, exactly. You just pull up to the window and just go, here's my card, give me some alcohol. Believe me, they do it, you know. I tell you something interesting. We had one of our bands come over one day, and one of the guys come up to me and goes, Grant, is it safe to get out of your car at the gas station? You know, I didn't actually understand the importance of that until a number of years, you know, a couple of years down the track, where it was actually people were getting shot everywhere in the United States, and they were too afraid to get out of their cars to go and pump their own gas. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Literally. And he was one of these guys who literally, he says, Grant, is it really safe to get out of you? I says, bro, you're in New Zealand. They will ignore you faster than shoot you.
It's a different culture. I honestly wouldn't have even thought of that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's quite true. It is quite true. But I tell you what, we will take you to the biggest city in New Zealand called Auckland, and well, we'll take you to the casino. We'll throw you off the casino tower. That's a given anyway. We might even throw you off the Harbour Bridge yet. You never know. But first of all, we'll take you for a meal on the harbour and take in the ambience of one of the most picturesque New Zealand cities, and believe me, you will absolutely love it. You really, really will.
I believe it.
Then at the same time, you never know, we might go out and do a bit of work and make a little bit of money. We might even go nightclubbing. Why not take me out dancing?
Why not? Take it in, yeah.
Why not take me out dancing?
Why not? Again, with the segue. Amazing.
Got it. I've done it once or twice now. I'm getting away with it, actually. Tell me all about the song that I can't play a breakfast show for without having one in it. And Take Me Out Dancing is the most requested song for Taylor-Rae here at Galaxy right now. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, I mean, Take Me Out Dancing, I wrote it in a night where I was, like, I really wanted to go dancing, actually, and everybody's like, oh, not tonight, maybe next week, blah, blah. So everybody was busy, and then I just got to the point where I was like, why doesn't anybody ever want to go dancing here? Like, let's go. And super basic storyline, this song came out.
I love it. I really, really do. And I tell you what, by the amount of people that have been requesting it since we've started playing it, and we've only been playing it a short time, 1,631 have requested this song so far, and it's climbing every day. It really, really is.
Awesome.
I can honestly say I don't play a breakfast show in the last couple of weeks without playing Take Me Out Dancing in it. And I love that. I really, really do. Here, live, joined by Taylor-Rae herself, Take Me Out Dancing on Galaxy. How you feeling?
Good,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Thanks for playing the tunes. It's awesome.
Oh, look, believe me, Taylor, without artists like yourself, I wouldn't have a job. You know, so please keep it coming. In fact, the next segment I was going to ask you if you're actually writing new stuff, are you recording new stuff? Would you like to come back and do another interview in the future? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Awesome, because believe me, as I said, I want to follow you in your career. I want to watch you, how you go. I also want to talk a little bit about some awards that I know that you've won, like the BCCMA. The Breakthrough
Yeah,
Project.
I was nominated for one, yeah.
Nice, because I can see in no time at all you becoming a CMA headliner, you know, where you just clean up the red carpet. You know, I really can.
I mean, that's the dream, right? Hopefully.
Well, believe me, Taylor, I think you're going to get there. And in no time at all, actually. I see it maybe 2 years, and I can see you walking that red carpet.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm looking
That
into
would be great.
I'm looking into my crystal skull. I'm a man, I don't have crystal anything else.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a bit of a trek, the whole music thing, but it's good. It's been fun.
Okay. The next one up actually is Nashville, so we'll have a chat about that as
Oh,
well.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
when we finish this off, don't go anywhere because we'll do a couple of crazy photos so that you can put them on your phone and show your friends.
Sounds good.
Don't forget, we are going to send you a couple of copies of the interview that we're doing today. I don't know why people want to relive this, I really don't, but people do actually watch it again. And one person I know watched it about 9 times. I'm going, that's sadistic.
Really?
It is. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, you know, Taylor-Rae, if she can turn out stuff like that, no worries. Wow. I'm wondering what the next one's going to be like, literally, you know. What's the new album going to be like? What's the content of it? Because believe me, the quality of this work, I can't fault. I really, really can't. I've been in the business for too long now, and I love, love, love every part of everything we've played so far. Now, Taylor, where did you get this all recorded? Who was your producer?
My producer was Dave Graham out of Vancouver. We recorded it, I guess, 2 years ago, and then a year later, the full album was ready to come out. So yeah, it was fun. It definitely things moved. It felt like it took forever to get the album out, and then it came out, and it was like, oh my gosh, that was so fast. I want to redo it, like, relive the whole thing.
You know, I really love that idea. I really, really do. But now that, the COVID thing's kind of waning, if you know what I mean, and everything, everywhere in the world just absolutely stopped, which was really surreal, really. You got to be, you know, but everything's starting to come back to life. Even if they call it a new norm, we'll take it, whatever. Let's get ourselves underway again. Now, we here in New Zealand, I don't see us doing any concerts until, what, about January, February? Easily about then, before we start really getting some major concerts underway again. So we would love to be able to get you here in New Zealand. But it would probably be more the end of 2021, the beginning of 22, if you know what I mean. And I can see you winning a CMA, or actually another, a major CCMA by that time. I really, really can. I can see you being a headline act everywhere you go, and including here in New Zealand. We would love to be able to have that here, that whole show, including the Backstreet Drivers. You know, we'll throw them off a bridge too. Don't you worry about it. Come one, come all. Everybody's going to be in on this. And yeah, warn them. You know, we have good lawyers here, but they might need bail money. They'll be fine. Yeah, we'll take care of them. But having said all of that, Taylor, just wondering, while the COVID virus was going on, did you sit down, did you write new stuff? Are you planning a new album?
Yeah, I've been writing a ton. I am going to be working with a producer on getting some new stuff out. Hopefully, you know, November-ish, we'll start be able to see a little bit more from that. But I am excited. The new stuff will be a little bit different. Just going to try out a couple different styles of kind of country, I guess. And yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be really fun and good to get something going again if we're not playing live and all that.
Nice. So at the same time, you know, I'm going to ask you now, will you come back? Will you release some stuff with us? Will you tell us all about your lifestyle and everything you're doing with this brand spanking new album. Will you come back again?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'll keep you guys in the loop.
Nice. Either you're sadistic or you like us or something like that, I don't know. But we would love to have you back again. We really, really would. And as I said, we want to follow you through your career. Now, at the same time, now we did mention how to get hold of you on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all that kind of thing. And we did touch on your website. Now, at the same time, can we download music from your website, or are you more on the iTunes and the all the multimedias to be able to get your music there?
I am. I'm on all the streaming platforms and iTunes and all that. But if you want to hear some of the stuff, you can kind of stream it off of my website if you want.
Nice. Now, at the same time, do you have a merch store there on your website?
I don't have a merch store quite yet, but I do have merch that I'm going to be putting up and all that jazz. We have t-shirts and vinyl and all that.
You shouldn't have said that, because now, Taylor-Rae, I'm going to say to you, how would you like to send me a little swag bag that we can do with some giveaways? You know, some CDs, maybe some t-shirts, koozies, whatever you've got. Throw some our way that we can keep Taylor-Rae rolling here at Galaxy. We want to be able to do the full promo with you, if you know what I mean. Today, of course, I'm wearing Mr. Potts. I am Marshall Potts. And we were giving away t-shirts, koozies, CDs, picks, stickers, you name it. We love that. And believe me, our listeners, 62 countries around the world right now, 94 cities are tuned in listening. You can imagine how many people want to get hold of some swag of Taylor-Rae, can't you?
Definitely, yeah. Next time you can wear a Taylor-Rae shirt.
Make it pink. I like pink. I'm good in pink. I really, really am. Goes with my eyes.
Yeah, I believe that.
Thanks, good. Yeah, she finally got one in there. Took her a while. And she's been feeling it out for a long time now, waiting to get one in. Now, Taylor, Nashville. Tell me about Nashville. Now, you been there yourself?
I have been there, yeah. Nashville, are you talking about the song or the city?
Well, I'm talking about the city leading into the song. How's that?
Yeah, I went to Nashville actually in January, right before the whole shutdown. But when I wrote the song a few years ago, and I wrote it in probably like half an hour because I was planning on moving to Nashville. And so the lyrics came up really easily, and then I kind of sat on it for a couple of years because I thought it was really boring. I was like, this is the worst. Like, I'm not doing anything with this song. But then I came up with another guitar hook for it. And I was like, hey, I'm just going to try putting these lyrics to the guitar hook. And it worked out. And now it's one of my favorite songs off the record. But it was definitely a bit of a process.
When you were there, wasn't that about the time when they had that big hurricane go through the place?
Okay, you know what? I was there like 2 weeks before that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was devastating too. I have friends there, and believe me, everybody that was living in Nashville that I know, literally texting in to say I'm okay. You know what I mean? Which was great, because we were able to get that information out around the world, let everybody know that our artists, every one of them was safe. But unfortunately, some of them lost their businesses, some of them lost their livelihoods, others lost their houses, stuff like that, but collectively they were all okay, which was really important. Now, we segued into Nashville, and believe me, it is the song that we're releasing here today. Now, at the start of this, and I'm going to be honest with you folks, I fluffed it up, production fluffed it up. We had another Taylor-Rae song that we had pulled out, and I'm going to make a huge apology, because it turns out that Taylor-Rae wasn't this Taylor-Rae. And I'm sure, and I'm only going to make my production team live this down maybe about a dozen times. Believe me, they got it wrong, and I looked really good trying to explain this. So we decided that today we're going to release Nashville, right? And
awesome.
You know something, Taylor? Couldn't have thought of a better song to put in its place. Here at Galaxy 107 FM, live with Taylor-Rae is Nashville. Taylor, I love your voice. I really, really do.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I appreciate you guys playing all that. I see you guys all the time with my friends and all that in the industry doing these interviews. I think it's awesome.
Nice, nice. Well, you know something?
You could go along and go, yeah.
Canada has so much superb talent
Agree.
that it would be remiss of us not to knock on everybody's bloody door because you're all that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately today you have to look at me, which is a shame. I get the better deal.
The Wi-Fi is weak. I can't really see you.
Oh, you're a bit fuzzy, bit
like
fuzzy.
us.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I always look like that.
I'm sure you look amazing.
Yeah, well.
Yes, you will know.
I was told if I shaved my beard off and put on a mask and had a... what are you doing?
We're having a look.
They haven't... Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Worried about you, Barbara. It's really uncomfortable having these things in your face all the time. I got a TV crew that want to come in here and start filming stuff as well. It's like, really? I'm dealing with Barbara and now I have to deal with 5 other people? Nice. Great.
That's funny.
Yeah, oh, no, it's true too. So what we'll do is we will round it up here, but don't go anywhere just yet, Taylor. As I said, we'll do some photos. I would like to do a very, very short video to put on our website. Now, with the amount of people that go through our website to stream us, they don't just stream us, they get nosy, go and have a look around, and before you know, well, you know, sometimes, Taylor, I feel very oogled. I do. And we'll do a very quick video that we'll put on our homepage, and well, you're going to get another 5,000 fans now. I'm sorry about that. I apologise.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the desk.
Darn, too bad. Well, good.
You'll be texting all day long.
Try to sleep without you so close, feeling your heart beat next to mine. Just thinking about seeing you one more time. I'm feeling like a leader's back. Only God knows what's in the plan. When I'm missing you, I always will. It's only 4,000 miles to Nashville.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 1 minute after 12 o'clock. That's pretty good. That's tight, actually. 16 degrees downtown, heading for that high of 17 today. I think we're all going to be wrong. There's a point of view. We might all be wrong. Friday, coming into the weekend, it is June the 12th. And for those of you that have been joining us on Facebook Live this morning, thank you so much for indulging me and our lovely guest artist. Of course, I'm talking about Taylor-Rae, and believe me, she's going to be the voice of country music in the future. She really is. Keep an eye out for Taylor-Rae. Taylor, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I'm so looking forward to meeting up with you again and being able to do all the interviews and everything that we're going to be following. I know you're going to be a big success at this in the near future. Your father is absolutely right, but I think he's partially right. I think you are already a superstar in the making.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me.
It has been our pleasure. It really, really has. And thank you for tolerating an old man like myself. Believe me, it's been an absolute pleasure on my part to have an interview with you. Now, at the same time, I don't know whether you want to, you'll get the videos and you'll get the the photos and everything like that that are about to come up. Don't know whether you want to share them with your friends or even say or admit that you've actually done this. Personally, I wouldn't, but please do so. Now, at the same time, I'm not sure whether you're familiar with the Galaxy Artist page that we have on Facebook. If you are, please use it. It's there for you. You know, if you've got shows, if you've got information, or even if you just like saying hello to people, put your come along, throw a photo up there, give a big wave and a smile and say, you know, that guy at Galaxy107fm, he's weird looking. Everybody will agree with you. They will. You get another 5,000.
Everyone will agree.
Yeah, you'll get another 5,000 Twitter fans. Now, yeah, believe me, you're going to be sitting here all
well,
day.
that's the case.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Or TikTok. You might get another 5,000 TikTok fans. That sounds interesting, Barbara. You're going to have to look into TikTok for me.
I think you guys would do really well on TikTok.
Do you think we'd fit? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're crazy enough. We'll get in there.
I think you would go viral. Yeah.
We just let's just not talk about viruses right now. What do you reckon? It seems to be a global sore point. We don't want to go down that road. But Taylor, I got to thank you for joining us here in New Zealand, and looking forward to you coming here, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. I really am. I hope I've scared you enough. Believe me. We will give you all the videos and everything like that. You'll be able to see that I'm not pulling your leg, but we do like to have a bit of fun here in New Zealand. So, Taylor-Rae, thank you so much for joining us here in New Zealand. Please pass love on to the backstreet drivers. We want to be able to see them live here in New Zealand as well, won't you?
Definitely. Thank you guys.
Don't go anywhere, Taylor. But in the meantime, here's the Tremolos from back in the day.